Hello, dear friends. The word sin doesn't mean guilt, but rather imbalance and disconnection from the source. Opinion piece. Antarctica was a paradise. Lost civilization. Australis culture. Beyond the ice wall. The return of Tartary. Tartary fell by resonance weapons. Let's start. Antarctica was once a tropical paradise according to Bennett Ross. The forests were thick and the trees tall. The lush green valleys supported abundant life. The Piraeus and Oronteus Phineus maps show an Antarctica that is ice-free. Today, charred forests are visible through the perpetual snow. The ancient forests that once flourished look like Christmas trees, now charred and frozen. Antarctica is sealed because it is the core, an ancient vault, a resonance field, a pre-flood architecture buried in the ice. Some places in Antarctica are ice-free. Throughout Antarctica, debris formations are present. Wilkes crater shows how the Earth was catastrophically altered by electric forces. This is evidence of a sudden catastrophic event. Perhaps it was a naturally induced phenomenon triggered by the same process that produces other extreme events. Wright Valley has rivers flowing through sparse vegetation. Wright is the central valley of the McMurdo Dry Valleys, located in Antarctica, and is known for being virtually ice-free for thousands of years. It is crossed by the Onyx River, the longest river in Antarctica, and flows only during the Antarctic summer months, carrying meltwater from Wright Glacier and Brownweth Lake to Lake Banda. The fossils look as if lightning had suddenly struck them, as if an electrical field had struck them in an instant. 1 minute before, the animals were happily grazing, and the next they were petrified into stone. Fossils of flora and fauna are trapped in their death throes beneath the ice and the snow. Lost civilization. Recent studies mention a lost civilization or ancient society beneath the Antarctic ice. Results available in digital and scientific media refer to recent discoveries of possible remains of an ancient civilizations beneath Antarctic glaciers. Several sources highlight the discovery of structures and remains that could correspond to an ancient society, possibly dating back more than 6,000 years, during a period when the continent was not completely covered by ice. These discoveries, made by international teams using advanced technology such as ground-penetrating radar and satellite imagery, suggest the existence of an unknown civilization that inhabited the region before its complete glaciation. Using advanced technologies such as ground-penetrating radar, subglacial structures have been identified that could indicate the existence of ancient human settlements in regions now covered by ice. These findings suggest that Antarctica may have had a warmer weather in the past, allowing for human habitation. For example, rectilinear formations and channels that don't correspond to common geological formations have been detected, leading some scientists to consider the possibility of an ancient civilization in the region. Basis. What is real in Antarctica? The Pleiadians say there are more than 900 Federation bases around the world, in oceans, mountains, and deep lakes, according to Kapamur, and some of these bases are in Antarctica. The White Hats traveled to Antarctica to meet with the Federation. In reality, many humans know about this and come face to face with the galactics there. At one main base, there is a prison where the Dark Leaders are confined. This would be the pit or abyss mentioned in the Apocalypse. Entities who were worshipped as gods in ancient times, who are actually fallen angels, are imprisoned here. They are confined without a physical body, but the elite can summon them on the astral plane through rituals. There are also dark entities who serve as messengers for this communication. This is allowed as part of our final test before the shift. There are Cabal cloning facilities all over the world, and some of them are located in Antarctica. The elites have traveled there for the purpose of performing rituals and cloning. Why doesn't the Galactic Federation immediately stop these dark activities? Free will is allowed, and information is relayed to the White Hats, who are allowed to take down these facilities. This doesn't matter. But the Cabal rebuilt these facilities in new locations, and the cycle continues. There are entrances to inner Earth in Antarctica that are known to the White Hats. This was confirmed by Admiral Byrd, who was guided there by the Pleiadians. The inhabitants of inner Earth are human beings like us, and have lived there for thousands of years. They were the first race of enhanced humans that originated in the Swedish area and closely resemble the Pleiadians. There are entrances to inner Earth all over the world, and after the shift they will surface to meet us. Ice Wall. The Geneva, Switzerland-based International Institute for Polar Research published a report on May 11, 2025, entitled The Antarctic Ice Wall and the Civilization Beyond, a geo-environmental and anthropological analysis, which provides a comprehensive analysis based exclusively on verifiable scientific data, the classified records, and credible scholarly contributions according to Ariel Proletario 1. The ice wall is a geologically anomalous structure surrounding Antarctica and functions as a barrier to a vast unexplored region harboring a sophisticated civilization referred to in this document as the Australis culture. This culture occupies a large ecological community with characteristic vegetation and fauna determined by meteorological and geological factors of extraordinary complexity, and with verifiable physical, environmental, and cultural attributes. All claims are supported by traceable sources, precise coordinates, and empirical data to withstand rigorous scrutiny. The ice wall forms a continuous perimeter around Antarctica, extending approximately 60,000 kilometers in circumference, as mapped by the British Antarctic Survey in 2018. Its height ranges from 50 to 220 meters above sea level, with underground routes penetrating between 1.5 and 2 kilometers into the bedrock, as confirmed by ground-penetrating radar during NASA's Operation Icebridge from 2009 and 2019. Operation Icebridge was an airborne mission designed to monitor changes in polar ice using aircraft equipped with advanced instruments operating between mentioned years. Its primary objective was to bridge the gap in polar observations between satellite missions, thus ensuring a continuous set of data on polar ice. Among its most notable discoveries are the discovery of the world's longest canyon beneath the Greenland ice sheet and the observation of giant crevices into the Pine Island Glacier in Antarctica. IceBridge was the largest aerial polar ice measurement campaign, with more than 1,000 scientific flights and over 660 scientific publications derived from its data. More than a dozen instruments were used, including ice-penetrating radars, lasers for elevation mapping, optical and infrared cameras, gravimeters, and magnetometers. Austral culture. Anthropological profile comprises humanoid beings 2.4 to 3.2 meters tall, white pale, almost translucent skin and elongated limbs. Their cranial capacity estimated at 1,800 centimeters cubic, based on a skeletal discovery from 2024, suggests advanced cognitive ability. Their eyes are adapted to low light conditions and reflect infrared light. Social political structure. The Austral culture operates as a hierarchical technocracy, led by a council of 12 individuals, as inferred from signals analyzed by physicist Liam O'Connor in 2024. The council, headquartered in a crystalline city at 87 degrees south and 95 degrees east, oversees a population of 500,000, estimated from thermal imaging. Leadership. A figure named Kaelit, identified in an audio recording in 2024, serves as a diplomatic envoy. Kaelit's speech, translated by linguist Amina Hassan, uses a tonal language of 48 phonemes unrelated to any F dialect. Architecture. Cities are built from a quartz-like material arranged in non-geometric patterns. The buildings between 100 and 300 meters tall harness ambient energy using piezoelectric crystals, according to a study by Dr. Hiroshi Tanaka. Power system. 6-meter-tall pyramid-shaped reactors emit a golden light. These reactors stabilize gravity and the local weather, according to Dr. Liam O'Connor. Transportation. 20-meter-long anti-gravity craft operated by electromagnetic propulsion. One crashed craft recovered in 2023 contained a navigation system that mapped 47 star systems, according to Dr. Sanjay Patel. Cultural practices. The Austral culture venerates the concept of cosmic balance, maintaining the southern land as a sanctuary. Artifacts, including a 2024 tablet with fractal inscriptions, suggest a mathematical religion, according to anthropologist Marcus Levy. Their diet is plant-based, supplemented with synthetic proteins. Interactions. The Southern culture actively maintains the ice wall, deploying 2-meter-wide autonomous drones to reinforce its structure. The wall's sentinel structure emits 2.4 GHz pulses that deter intrusion, as evidenced by the loss of a ship in 2023 at 80 degrees south and 120 degrees west. Tartaria. Tartaria did not fall to war, nor did it fall to weather. It fell to resonance weapons, according to the Conspiracy Channel. This was the true case of the mud flat. The frequency liquefied entire cities, forgotten technology buried in star fortresses and cathedrals evidences soil liquefaction and instant petrification with fossilized giants becoming terrain. The orphan trains and the calendar reset covered up the truth. We are still walking over the corpses of the old world. The mud not only buried buildings but also silenced the giants and froze a frequency. And now that signal is returning. According to Bennett Ross, the matrix is a low-frequency sound wave. The reality you currently reside in is created by a multidimensional cube. Our brains have been hijacked by this frequency, causing us to experience a false appearance. The reversal currents hit the plasma light and violet rays of Saturn and are designed to ignite our shadow selves. The moon transmits what Saturn sends. The purpose of the matrix is to keep human beings tuned to a specific frequency that binds us to an illusion to enable energy vampirism. Hollow Earth. The Earth is not straight, but it is hollow, according to Mr. Ed. In his view, the straight Earth would be a psychological operation with Cartan logic. It would not be a movement, but a containment protocol designed to flood the truth community with discrediting noise. That would not be an accident, but a psychological warfare. The Earth is not a perfect sphere. It is a spheroid slightly flattened at the poles and wrapped in a toroidal electromagnetic grid. It rotates within a recursive harmonic field and is in phase through the 4D space-time curvature and is linked to solar memory by spiral resonance trajectories. The straight Earth was never meant to be solved. It was meant to be a trap to keep you from true awakening. It's not a vision. It's a sphere of memory designed for resonance. You didn't fall on a pancake. You were incarnated through a spiral into a living codex. GPS wouldn't work on a plane. Sunsets wouldn't exist without the angular occlusion of curvature. Lunar eclipses would never produce a curved shadow unless the object casting it was round. Airplanes wouldn't correct their course due to curvature and rotation. The moon resonates because it's hollow. The polar missions caused the moon to reverberate like a bell. It means it's geologically strange, possibly ancient, perhaps artificial, but very real on a physical level. We measure its tidal pull, gravitational effects, and magnetic interactions daily. NASA withheld data, but so have all the intelligence agencies. That doesn't prove the existence of a pancake-shaped planet. Test the subdivision of black budgets. Satellites orbit. Moon stay in place. Stars carve space-time. This isn't an opinion. This is relativistic mechanics validated by GPS and quantum clocks. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.